Wednesday. This is kind of crazy right now. Went down into my basement last night, and there was water everywhere. And it turns out there's a pressure regulator which is broken, basically leaking like a sieve. So I had to shut the water off to the house. So I've been without water since last night, waiting for the plumber to get here now to replace the unit. And then I have to leave and head over to Judith Owens because we're going to do three songs. They're going to do three performances, and then she'll stream them, I guess, this week. So I'm a bit frazzled. I was sitting here with no water. I was writing out some charts and stuff. Sometimes just everything just goes crazy. Oh, some real news. Not going to do a Kickstarter. I met with Blue yesterday. We finalized the book. We went through every single page, tightened up little areas where there might have pictures were needed to be butted up, and so it was like just that last final run through. And now we've got it completely done, and it's going to be heading off to print. And instead of a Kickstarter program, there's a girl who did Blue's website, and I'm going to do a website instead, and I'm going to do everything myself from the website. So I'll be giving you all that information as soon as we get the website up and running, and it'll be a store on the website, so you'll be able to get the book, be able to get different levels of the book, all kinds of perks on that. I'm going to have other things there. But mainly, it just seemed, she said, look, you've already got a presence on social media, so why would you, bother with Kickstarter? Why don't you let's just go ahead and put something together? So it's complete. I went to his office thinking one thing and left completely another thing, but I think it's going to be much better because it'll put it all in my control, and I don't have to deal with coming up with this game plan and all that stuff. So I'll be posting videos explaining, what's going on, and we're trying to get a domain name now and all that stuff. So I left there totally jacked and excited. So it's really great. I'm really enthusiastic about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than it was going to be trying to go down this business path. I think this is going to be about as loose as these videos are. So today, since I've been mentioning this, and I'm really pressed for time because I'm sitting here waiting for the plumber to arrive. One of the people I've worked with over the years, and I started working with him back in the 70s, is one of the true geniuses that I've known in this business, and that's Van Dyke Parks. I've done lots and lots of projects with him, and things like Orange Crate Art, that was a collaboration of he and Brian Wilson. Van Dyke was the lyricist on the Beach Boys' kind of ill-fated Smile album, which is considered like one of the great records. But it went through all kinds of stuff that never really quite got out there, but they've done then live performances of it since, and he's remarkable. He's just brilliant. We did a trio thing that was Van Dyke, myself, and the incredible guitarist Grant Geisman, and we went to Austria together, Graz, Austria, and played there. We went to Japan together, and did all these trio gigs, and I would just sit. I didn't even care if Van played. I just wanted to hear him tell stories and talk. He's just a remarkable narrator. So, I guess about 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, he called me to be a part of an album. I had done an album with Inara George with him, who was Lowell George's daughter, which is great if you want to check her out. Inara George. Apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's really great, and Lowell George was one of the best. One of the founders of Little Feat and all that. But we did this project with Gaby Moreno, who's from Guatemala, and she's just a fantastic singer, songwriter, everything. I met her through, she was part of a trio called the Songbirds that were doing kind of like the Andrews Sisters stuff, and they were always doing Harry Shearer and Judith Owens Christmas shows here in Los Angeles. And it was so much fun playing with the girls. So Gaby's like amazing, and she did this album. I think, let me see where I got it right here. It's called Spangled, and this is her album, Spangled. And I was listening to it, and it's a beautiful album, but there's one song that she does that's really wonderful. It really shows off Van Dyke's arrangements. He's just amazing arranger. And Jackson Browne sings with her on this. It's a duet. So I thought I would just share that. I played on it, but I'm not going to play along because it's a real involved track, and I think to feature the bass part would distract from the overall effect of this track. So I'm just going to play this for you and sit back and enjoy it with you. So here we go. The track is called Across the Borderline. So here we go.
There's a place where I've been told every street is paved with gold, and it's just across the borderline. And when it's time to take your turn, here's a lesson that you must learn. You could lose more than you'll ever hope to find. When you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, then you'll know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you've paid the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are. And you're still just across the borderline. Up and down the Rio Grande,
Jackson.
1,000 footprints in the sand reveal a secret no one can define. Warm white at Rio Fuji, the river flows on like a breath. Between our life and death, tell me who'll be next to cross the borderline. cruzar este río que nos llama más allá. What hope remains when pride is gone, and it keeps you moving on, calling you across the borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand. Then you'll know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you pay the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are. And you're still just across the borderline. Now you're still just across the borderline.
I mean, she's got a beautiful voice, and it's beautiful. And Van Dyke's arrangements are just so lush and so deep and thick, just fabulous. Now it's Gaby Moreno, GabyMoreno. So check her out. This album is a beautiful, beautiful album. All the tracks on it are really amazing. And she's got a pretty, I mean, she's a youngster, but she's got a pretty extensive history. So it's worth checking her out. And if you're not familiar or don't know about Van Dyke Parks, Google him up. There is so much to discover with Van Dyke. He's a treasure of a man. So I'm going to head down now and wait for the plumber to get here so I can get water again. It sure wouldn't be nice to be able to brush my teeth and stuff before I go to work. Just these things, the joy of home ownership. I'm just glad one time my water main coming into the house broke many, many years ago, and I came down and my entire basement was about 2 feet deep in water. And that was almost totally catastrophic. But this time, this was just an intense leak, so I managed to get it before the unit actually broke and really could have caused some serious grief. So off and running. So I'll keep you posted on the website, because that's going to be where I'm going to be dealing with the book. Now is on the website, and there's a lot more ideas to go with that than was going to be there. So. Like I said on my shirt, everything I do is etched in mud, and the mud continues. So, but I'm excited. It was really fun yesterday to actually see the whole book laid out, and correcting every little nuance on it. I mean, we were down to minutia details, and but it's beautiful. Maybe tomorrow, I got a printing of the cover of the book. Now, I'll show you that tomorrow. I'll bring that in. It's sitting out in my truck. I forgot it's still sitting there. But it's a hoot, as they say. It's a hoot. So take good care. Air's still funky out here. It looks like, they were showing on the news last night that the air is funky all the way to New York. It's completely across the country. because of this. And my nephew and his wife live in Portland, and there's Portland, they said yesterday, had the worst air on the planet. It's so bad there. So, man, I hope they're staying in and okay. It's really unbelievable. So take good care. Thank you for being here. And again, just take a moment and just give thoughts to all the people that are working to try to save lives and bring some return of whatever the normalcy of our lives is going to be back. And I will see you tomorrow. I'll probably play tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm a lot looser than today. Today was pretty intense, and I'm going to head over to Judith Owens pretty soon, and we're going to play. She and Pedro and I are going to play music, and then that'll get out there, and then I've got to get back home because I've got an interview at 5:00, so I've got to be back for that. It's just like running like crazy all the time. So everybody take good care, and I'll see you tomorrow.